Hi, hello everybody, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Welcome to my Moody Monday pick-me-up video, which is coming to you recorded, even though it says it's a live stream. I'm recording it and then scheduling it because I'm actually on holiday. But I thought I would pop in and give you your Moody Monday pick-me-up video, as I do every Monday at 12:30, because just because I'm away doesn't mean to say that we don't get to play. So welcome to our Moody Monday. Today we are looking at colour and stamping and how to get flowers that are coloured when you don't think you're very good at colouring, or you haven't got any colouring pens or pencils or whatever. And this came up as a question from one of my teamies actually, which was that she actually admitted she never actually owned a flower stamp, and we were all like, what? Because it is one of those go-to stamps that every stamper has. And she said no, because she just wasn't confident with her colouring. So we said, well, you don't have to colour. So anyway, then we introduced her to some of the beautiful flower stamps that we have that don't require colouring. So I thought that would be a great one to introduce to you today, as well as my little Christmas gift to you. So here we go. We're talking about how to stamp and get colour in your flowers without actually using any pens or pencils or anything like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to take me off screen. There we go. Now I can't see any comments today because obviously I am not live, I am pre-recorded, but I will probably be watching myself, which is a bit weird, but I probably will be watching and chatting on comments, because I don't think we've got anything actually planned on Monday other than just chilling out and relaxing, which is really nice. So if you see me chatting in the comments, it's really me chatting in the comments. So there you go, just to confuse you, but I won't be able to pull your comments up onto the screen. So if you do have a question about this, then please do put it in. We will obviously come back to all of those comments. I will come back to them and answer them as we go. So I'm just going to put a little bit more light on the subject down here so that we can see a little bit better. There we go. And if you want to know a little bit more about stamping, and if you want to understand a little bit more about all things to do with creativity, card making, Queen Pip cards, what I do, all that kind of stuff, then the best thing to do is to subscribe. And this is my link that you can just type into any Google or Chrome or whatever you use, Yahoo or Bing and all those other kind of things. So just type in www.queenpipcards.com/subscribe, and then you'll be able to subscribe to my emailing list. And if you do that, then you'll get some hints and tips. You'll get some emails from me once a week. You'll also, in the first few weeks, get some added extra value bonuses from me just for signing up, so extra videos, tutorials, etc., just to help you kind of get started with card making and why I do what I do, all about a little bit about me and all that kind of fun stuff. So that is just if you want to learn some more. Okay, so let us go back here. And let's talk about the stamps. So this is actually a bundle. So you get the stamp set and you get the die set, and that's what we mean by when we say a bundle. It means that it has both the stamps and either a die or a punch. We're not going to be using a die. You can absolutely just purchase the stamp set on its own. So if you are new to stamping and new to card making and you don't have a die cutting machine, then I'm going to show you how you can make some pretty cards just using the stamp set. If you have a die cutting machine but you're still maybe a bit wary about stamping, then why not buy the stamps and the dies together, because that way you get discount and you can also cut these flowers out without having to do anything with your scissors, which is always good. So this is what we call a two-step stamp, okay, and it actually says it right down here, two-step. Okay, and it also says it in the catalogue. So if you have a catalogue from me, then they'll all show if they're a two-step. And what that basically means is that there is an outline stamp and then there is a fill-in stamp. So you stamp the outline first, and then with the second step, two-step, you fill in the inside stamp. And it's the same for this one, and it's the same for the little bud here as well. There are also some other stamps that you don't have two-step for, so there's no leaf to fill in the leaf, but that's okay, and then the rest are just words. But that's what a two-step stamp means, and that's what it does for you. It allows you to create a stamp image of a flower and then colour it with whatever colour you want. So today I have chosen to use some So Saffron for colouring in my stamp and some Mango Melody for my words, because I feel those two go really nicely together. And then we need Memento, which is what I'm using for my black part of it. So I'm going to show you what we're attempting to achieve. And you can see that this is a very simple card. There's a bit of splattering here, so you got a little bit of texture on the background here, and then you have the stamped image and the flowers are coloured in. Now you notice these aren't coloured in perfectly, and that's because these stamps are designed to colour just like a watercolour effect. So they're just the essence of colouring in the flower. And that makes it very easy for people who are new to stamping, because you don't really have to line anything up particularly well, because it's not really supposed to be lined up particularly well anyway. So I always find that a little bit more comforting for people who are just getting started. You know, and you might be in the midst of Christmas at the moment, and this might be the furthest thing for you, from your mind to learn a new hobby or to do some stamping. But it might be something that just tickles your fancy, and over Christmas you think, oh, actually I might quite like to get and do some of that stamping that Pip was talking about. And if so, then please do subscribe, join my mailing list, and I don't spam people. I don't believe in spam. And then, you know, I can teach you more as we go through the coming weeks and months, and you can always ask me questions and, you know, get to know some different things. I'm looking for where's my wording gone? So yeah, so you know, that's the whole benefit of joining my mailing list, is the fact that you can just ask, come on, you can reply to emails, you can ask me stuff. I do actually respond. I am actually that person who does actually reply to her emails. So yeah, just think about that as something that you might want to do in the new year. Or, you know, maybe you don't do Christmas. Maybe Christmas is not a good time of year for you, in which case you might be looking to do something new. And having a lovely new hobby might be something that interests you, especially if it's something that comes calorie free, which is always good after Christmas, right? So, so here we go. And everything that I use, all the products that I use here today, you can purchase from my online store. And that's the benefit. You get me and the products. So a lot of people, a lot of places, you know, you've got shops and you've got places that you can buy things from, but they don't really talk to you very much after you've purchased something. You know, they're not there to be your crafty inspiration or your crafty guru or whatever, but I am. That's what I'm here for. And that's what you get when you purchase from somebody like me who does this as a job. Okay, that's getting a bit bright. Let's move that over there. Oh, honestly, my light's going up and down today like a yo-yo. Let's just turn that down a bit. Keeps getting brighter outside. Okay, so enough waffle about me. Let's get on with the stamping. So the first thing you're going to need is a card base. At this time I've chosen a white card base, the same as this one, but rather than the Pool Party, which is the colour of this paper here, I've gone with So Saffron, which is this beautiful pale yellow colour, and one that I don't use very often, funnily enough. I'm not really a yellow person. I'm more of a pink and purple person. So sometimes it's nice for me to step out of that comfort zone and start to use something that's a bit different, a different colour to my normal colour palette. So we're going to pop on. Now I've put this onto our stamping pad, which is just something that helps. It's not entirely necessary, but it does help when you have photopolymer, as we call them, which are the see-through stamps. It just helps you to get a clean image. So this is called a Stampin' Pierce mat. Just helps you get that cleaner image. Okay, so then we're going to pop that on there, and we're going to use this speckledy stamp. So look, it looks a bit like, it looks like gravel really, or something like that. And we're going to use our So Saffron, and this is stamping colour on colour, so you get that tone on tone look. And we're just randomly spattering our card base here or base layer, should I say. It's not actually the card base. And you can decide how far out you want it to show or not. It's up to you, and how high you want it to be on this side. If you want it to show underneath, maybe, just to see where it's going to come. And then what we're going to do is we've got a piece of basic white that's like that. And I've made it just slightly bigger and slightly wider than the image of the stamp. So that's looking good. Okay, I might just do a little bit more. I quite like it just appearing at the bottom here, like that. There we go. Just a little bit underneath, just to show that kind of continuation. Okay, so that's that. We'll leave that for a moment. Now we're going to put that to one side, and we're going to stamp our actual outline image. And I love photopolymer because you can see through it. So it takes that sort of nervousness out about where is it going to go? Is it going to fit? What, have I got enough ink? All that kind of stuff. Because basically, if you can see the ink, you've got enough ink. So there we go. That looks pretty good to me. We've got ink. You can see the flower shape. You can see it through the other side, which is good. And now we're going to line that up on this little bit of grid paper, which again, you can buy mini grid, which is great for this, or you can buy a big grid. And I'm putting it sort of straight-ish. I can't be coping with too much of an angle. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Today, not so much. So we're going to do that. Okay, and then lift that off. And see, just holding it and not rocking it, not doing anything like that, that helps you with your stamping, and you get a lovely clean image like so. All right, so that's our black work done. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to stamp the sentiment or the wording. And for this I've chosen the Mango Melody, as I said, because I love Mango Melody, which is weird because I'm a pink and purple girl, as you can see. But I do love a bit of Mango Melody. It's so bright and singy. Now for this one, you want to come right over with your head, right over in front of the stamp. So you're looking down on it straight. And then that will help you get a straight image. Breathe in and then breathe out as you stamp. And what that does is it stops you holding any tension in your hands, stops you holding any tension in your body, and then you stamp better. And yeah, I know it's like, oh, I can't see the eye, I can't see the O, but you can. You can get the wording even though there's the stem behind it. You're absolutely amazing. What else is it going to say, right? So that's cool. Then what we're going to do is going to bring back in the So Saffron. And you just want to tap this. So you're just tapping it on the ink pad just so that you can get the colour. And the inks will stain depending on what colour you use. So I've obviously used red or some kind of dark purple in the past, or pink. And so the photopolymer will stain, but that doesn't matter because the image will come out clear. So now we're going to just sort of try and line this up. So I try and get that bit there lined up with that bit there. Okay, try and take my hands out of the way so you don't get so many shadows. And then the rest of it is kind of lining this bottom bit up with this bottom flower. That's about as much as you're going to get lining up, because as I say, it doesn't actually fit, so it's always going to look a bit off, if you know what I mean. But that's the whole style of it, and that's why it's pretty. So you can see there that it's stamped, but it's not. It's, you know, it goes over the lines, but that's how it's supposed to be, so it doesn't matter. And it looks nice because you can tell it's that sort of squiggly drawing, so it's obvious that that's how it's supposed to look. Okay, so that is it. That is our stamping done. How quick was that? And that's the thing about the two-step stamping. You just get that look so quickly because you haven't got to colour anything in. You don't have to do the whole sitting there and colouring it, so you just get that straight away look. So now I'm taking some white ribbon. So I don't actually have any, so there isn't any So Saffron ribbon in the catalogue. So we're going to take the white ribbon. Now I need to do the bow right over this side, because otherwise it will dangle, I think, a bit too much over the wording. So I'll put it right over here. Okay. Oh, I'm coming off screen. And I'll tie a bow. Actually, for this one, because it's so thin, I'm actually going to tie a knot. So tie it in a double knot first, because it is very thin and wafty, which means it's more likely to unravel as you tie a bow. So tie a double knot, because it's so thin it's not going to lift, it's not going to make it too bulky. Tie your bow, and if you don't know how to tie a bow, I actually have a video called How to Tie a Bow the Queen Pip Way, and it takes you through everything, how to tie a bow. It's on YouTube, so you can head over to my YouTube channel, search for Queen Pip cards, and then how to tie a bow. I think it's in the basics playlist, because I figure that bows are kind of, you know, we need it to be there. We need bows to be there. They're a basic ingredient of card making. Okay. I think I've got glue on my scissors. I'll pull my other ones out. Always have a pair of just for ribbon scissors, okay? Because if you get glue on them, then you can't cut it nice and neatly. There we go, that's nice. So slightly different with the bow because it's the thinner version. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my card base now to my card. Make sure it's around the right way. There we go. And this is just a piece of A4 card that I have cut in half. Okay, cut that in half from an A4, and then I've scored it and folded it in half. And if you'd like to see the measurements for this, they will be, then you need to grab my free card sizing guide, and that is available. Once you subscribe, I ask you whether you'd like to join our Crafty Corner. And if you would like to join our Crafty Corner Facebook group, it's there as a free giveaway, so you can always get that. There we go. Pop that on there. And it gives you all the layering and sizing you need. Okay, and then I am going to raise this up on dimensionals. And I have a few packets, so they come like this, as whole sheets with dimensionals on them. But I always end up using the middle parts, and I always end up left with bits like this. So then I chop them up and I use these. So we're going to use these because they're great for doing big pieces like this. You can get them down the sides. I cut those yet? No. Put one across the ribbon so it holds it in place. Oh, I'm going to need to chop the rest of these up. So who out there has done two-step stamping or even knew that it existed as a technique, and who likes two-step stamping? Show me in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you, and then we can chat some more about it. I'm sure that there are two-step stamping fans out there because it's such a great technique. And you can get it in all kinds of things. It's not just flowers, leaves, and I think there were some animal ones that were two-step at some point. Mainly it's flowers though, I have to say, because it just works so well for them. It's very weird this being recorded, even though it looks like I'm live, because I'm missing chatting with you all on the comments, but I'm doing this for the next 3 videos because they all fall over bank holidays. So today is the first day I'm on holiday with Sean, and we're getting ready for Christmas. And then the next one will be busy with family, and it's a bank holiday Monday. And then the next one is another bank holiday Monday, just before we come back to the office. So I thought, oh, I've got to do something for you guys. So I'm doing you recorded ones, but it is weird not chatting with you live, but I will be chatting with you in the comments. So please carry on commenting, because I will chat with you. Okay, so there we go. So I've just put that on with those dimensionals, which are foam pads. We just call them dimensionals. That was the name that Stampin' Up gave them. But it's pretty, isn't it, in the So Saffron? And that's the one in the pool party. So isn't simple stamping and just, you know, two-step stamping for flowers really easy? I hope that's shown you how simple it can be to make a really pretty card. And if you are someone who's been stamping for a little bit longer, or if you have a die cutting machine, then have a look at these two that I've done as well. So we've got this one, which uses that splattering. And then this is one of the dies you get in the set. And then this is the other flower in the set. So it's this flower here. Whoops, oh, noisy. This flower here. This time I stamped the outside in the same colour as I stamped the inside. So you get a little less definition of petals. You just get a whole general feel of a flower. And then this is this stem and leaf here. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one uses the same stamp we've used today, but die cut out, this time stamped in Granny Apple Green. And then, well, that's what normally happens when I'm doing my live. The doorbell goes. It's no different from Monday. So where was I? Okay, let's start this bit again. So this card again uses one of the scallop dies which are part of the die set with this stamp set. And then here I've used the same image, but I've stamped it in Granny Apple Green, and then I've stamped over with fresh freesia, and then I've die cut out two of them and tied them together with a bit of twine. And then again, you're absolutely amazing there. And this is a pale papaya, that's the word, pale papaya, and again Mango Melody, I think there. Yeah, Mango Melody, definitely, for sure. So you can see how you can take this and then turn it into that if you have a die cutting machine, and then use the other stamp in the set for this one. So you can get a real sort of feel for how you can start off your stamping journey just by doing these and making cards that are just as pretty but don't need a die cutting machine. But if you have a die cutting machine, or you take, you step up and you buy the mini or something like that, then you can, and that's the mini cut and emboss, sorry, then you can take it and stamp and do things like this, and it just adds decorative edges, and the fact that you can do something like this, something so delicate as this, and die cut it out without having to use scissors, which is a great blessing. And again, this, you can cut the flower out with the dies. So there you go, that's my how to stamp and colour flowers the really simple way, by using a two-step stamp set. It's called Colour and Contour, and it's available at the moment along with the dies that match. And I would recommend it as a great starting stamp set for anyone who wants to get into just stamping some flowers and have some cards that are hand stamped and look beautiful, but don't necessarily need to have all the gear. Okay, so for this, I've used lots of different blocks purely because I'm doing it online, but you could have a couple of blocks, which are these things, which you stick the stamp to. These are our clear acrylic blocks. And then you just need this and some ink. I mean, how easy was that? 2 ink pads, 2 colours, and you're off. Or add another, make it 4, and you could do however many combinations you want. We've got 50 colours to choose from, so you're not going to be shy of choice. So I do think that's a brilliant stamp set, and I hope that you've enjoyed my little demonstration today. I hope you've all had a good Media Monday pick-me-up over lunchtime. It's only 26 minutes, and that includes me dashing off to the to the doorbell. So yeah, obviously I just chat too much when it's live and we're actually talking to each other. I'm much quicker when it's just me. That's always the way. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Please come back and watch me again next week. It will be Bank Holiday Monday, but hopefully you'll just be enjoying some stuff at home and not venturing out to the shops. Although you might be, who knows, going on and looking for those bargains in the sale. But I will see you back here again. When will I see you again? Let's have a look. So I will see you back here on the 27th, which is the Bank Holiday Monday. Hopefully not many of you are having to go back to work. I know some of you probably will, but fingers crossed some of you will be able to join me live. And then after that, I will be back on the 3rd of January. Can you believe it? The 3rd of January 2022. I don't even know where this year's gone. But anyway, until then, I wanted to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you for all of your support over the past 12 months, just joining me online, sharing my creations with your friends, sharing my videos with people, enjoying the products, becoming part of my team or one of my members in my club, or shopping with me and just having a lovely time playing with the products at home. So don't forget, if you want to, you can subscribe to my email list, and that will get you news and notes into your inbox straight away, so you don't have to worry about waiting for the next video or whatever. You've got lots of things that you can see, and then that's how you purchase anything that you've seen today if you fancy the colour and contour bundle. So it's just queenpipcards.com/store or queenpipcards.com/subscribe for my emails. Anyway, thank you so much and have a wonderful Christmas, whatever you're doing with whoever you're doing it with. I do hope that those of you who've got families and want to be together can be together this year. And I hope that you have a fantastic time. Don't set the expectations too high. Make sure that you remember it's all supposed to be fun. Don't get too stressed out about anything. And I will see you on the 27th. Take care for now. Bye.